Hi everyone, welcome on board. Welcome to CATKing. This is Anisha here. Quick check, am I live? And all of you guys done here with your slot 2? Quickly, how many of you guys have given slot 2 and come out today? Jaldi se chat pe likho. Let's again get started with a quick first cut analysis of slot 2. I have done a good discussion with 4-5 students already with respect to how was slot 2. On the chat, why don't you guys also write in, how was it for you? Easy, moderate, difficult, कैसे था? Okay, I can see students have started joining in. All right, yes. So let's see quickly, how was the slot 2? Guys can put up on the chat, the admins can add a poll as well also, whether the slot 2 was easy, difficult, or was it moderate for you? Okay, so let's have a quick check with everybody. Overall, most of the students, I can see even students have started typing in. Aman said easy. A lot of students who have given SNAP last year mentioned that the SNAP this year was much easier as compared to the last year. A lot of them who gave in last year, all the 3 slots, तीनों के comparison में आज का slot 2 बहुत easy लगा था. Easy, सब लोगों के attempts 38, 40 plus तो attempts हो गए थे. So what we will do is, I will quickly talk to you about each and every section. क्या था, हमने क्या discuss किया है with respect to the questions and how it was. And then make sure you guys also attend the live session at 11:30 p.m. where we will compare slot 1 and slot 2 and talk in more depth about what you should be doing for the next attempts, which are on 17th and 22nd of December. ठीक है? People on the chat, stay glued. 48 attempts, amazing. That's very, very nice. Good, Abhishek. Good job. 51 attempts with 80% accuracy. Very good. Like I said, even the ones who had not prepared were able to easily do 40 plus attempts. So जो पढ़ के अच्छे से मेहनत करके गए हो, ज़्यादा attempts कर सकते होगे, right? Quickly, guys, on the chat, can you write in your each section wise also? We will talk first about the verbal section. Verbal section 15 questions 10 मिनट में लोगों का खत्म हो गया था. Best part is इसमें बहुत easy questions आए थे with respect to vocabulary and grammar. So grammar like dominated. If you guys saw the sir's video which talked about the slot 1 analysis also, this time's verbal paper was dominated by grammar. You had around 6 to 7 questions for sure, easy scoring in grammar. Same was the case in slot 2 as well, right? We had questions of compound word. Guys, do you remember what was your compound word answer? There was options make co-web, cobalt, different word options were there. So a compound word ka question tha. This is something which Snap loves and it's easy to score. Then we had one question based on the tenses. We had sentence correction based questions, active and passive voice questions. Grammar mein, if you have done practice or if you have solved the Snap Maximizer grammar books, you should have been able to do 6 to 7 questions for sure. Then we had direct vocabulary based, antonym and synonym based questions. On the chat, you can mention synonym mein what was the word which had come in. Antonym, you guys had the word which was frivolous. I'm sure you guys have heard of this very, very often in a lot of your essays and your RCs as well also. Here we didn't have those lengthy RCs, but there was a poem based question. So the poem was somewhere around, it is talked about art, is time fleeting, different questions were there. One question was there, conjunction based, which it talked about art is long, time is fleeting. So if you guys remember what was your conjunction word in that, type in the comment section. We will do a detailed discussion on the same in the 11:30 p.m. session as well. Then we had figure of speech based question as well. Overall, if I were to say 15 questions of verbal, 10 minutes was a good enough time for everybody to attempt 10 to 12 questions for sure. Easy and to moderate scoring section, provided you have your grammar basics in place. So people, if you've not done grammar and you plan to write the Snap second and the third attempt, next 10-15 दिन जितने हैं हाथ में, उसमें अच्छे से आप पूरा का पूरा grammar का revision कर लो, ठीक है? So that's very, very important. Take notes for your slot 2 and 3, for your second and the third day 2 attempts which are left. Make sure you guys take notes for it, okay? Coming to the second section where we talk about logical reasoning. Logical reasoning mein, again, like the slot 1 in the afternoon, which we had 2 to 3 p.m., critical reasoning was dominant. You had questions based on assumption, implicit assumption, course of action. There was a question based on, very interesting question which was there based on decision making. If you guys remember the question, it was talking about a director has asked his PI not to disturb in meetings, but you were given options ki if there is a debt, if there is some different situations, would you interrupt or not? So decision making pe bhi question tha. Very simple situation based decision making that comes in SNAP and NMAT as well also. Then we had our favorite clocks. If you have attended any of the Snap Saturday sessions with me or Mustafa sir, or you have done any of the YouTube live sessions with sir, you would have remembered clocks and calendars is a favorite when it comes to Snap. And we had 2 questions of clocks this time in the slot 2 as well also. Family tree and blood relations, 2 to 3 questions. Easy to score here. This was not complex. Direction based 1 question. There was one set of question. How many of you guys remember reading this word lexicographic? किसी को याद है इसके किस टाइप के questions थे on lexicographic? Difficult questions थे वो, right? So it's very important कि you understand the word of it. उधर काफ़ी लोगों को थोड़ा सा interruptions आया था, but it's okay. You could have maximized your scores in LR in the rest of the sections, especially family tree, clocks, direction sense, and the critical reasoning based questions. So if you have to take a takeaway कि हमें क्या करना है next from this critical reasoning, especially assumption based questions, course of action based questions, you have to do for sure. Next attempts के लिए cause and effect भी पढ़ लीजिए, वो important रहेगा, ठीक है? Coming to our last section, which was Quants and DI section. So how many of you guys found Quants and DI difficult? Quickly on the chat. Was it tough? Was it lengthy? Was it difficult? How was your Quants section? Okay, some are saying difficult, some are saying lengthy. All right, great. So yes, Quants and DI section was lengthy. It was time consuming, but it was not difficult to understand. You should have been able to attempt 8 to 10 questions for sure. उसके ऊपर जो अच्छे से पढ़ के गए हैं उनके लिए possible था. So I would say moderate to difficult section, Quants and DI. There were some easy questions, but all the questions, even if they were easy or moderate, they were lengthy. They were time consuming. So you have to make sure you save time in your verbal and LR section. I will talk to you about your time management as well also. Next क्या करना है? Please take quick notes of how was the Quants and DI section for us, right? Quants and DI section was dominated by arithmetic and modern maths. So all the people who have left modern maths for CAT, अभी snap के लिए पढ़ लो क्योंकि ये direct formula based questions हैं. They are not very very complex, ठीक है? तो अच्छे से कर लो उसको. Arithmetic, we had averages 2 questions, time, speed and distance 2 questions. PNC probability in the modern maths was the major focus where we had 4 to 5 questions on that. DI, again, like the slot 1, we had only one single set with 1 question. Table of population information given and questions were based on that table itself. There was 1 question based on log as well, which was easy to moderate. You had 1 to 2 questions based on mensuration and geometry के काफ़ी questions थे. तो 2-3 questions geometry के भी थे, which was easy and easy to do if you know your geometry formulas right. ठीक है? So if I have to give you guys now a quick summary, what are we doing next? Let's talk about that in the next 2 minutes. First, like Omkar has mentioned, I would like to have everybody, how many questions were you able to attempt? Yes, abhi difficult nahi tha, time consuming tha, for sure time consuming tha. How many attempts, guys? Quickly on the chat. 40 plus attempts has everybody got? Time crunch Aryan, 48 Prajwal, very good. 45 Vedant, Diksha 39, Jubin 45, Aryan 45, Priyanka 45 in the slot 1, no worries, okay. New types of questions in vocab. What kind of new type of questions were there? There were fill in the blanks or para completion types of questions from idioms like cakewalk, which came in the slot 1 for sure. 37, 43, lovely, great. So everybody has able to attempt, 38 approximately सबके attempts हो गए हैं of the questions. So all the students who are giving the second and the third attempt, we will talk more in length in the 11:30 session, but a quick summary for all of you to focus on. Check out these mocks. In the previous one, we had students talking about mock number 4 being very relevant. So read or solve or revise your mock number 4, 6, 10, 11, 13 and 17. These are the recent mocks which you will be focusing, so that relevant to this time. We have similar easy but time consuming questions of logical reasoning, grammar based questions predominated in your verbal section, and your quants and DI was definitely moderate to difficult and lengthy. Level is going up for quants year on year in snap as well, so make sure your basic concepts for snap are clear. Right now, snap maximizer, you have to go and check out these books, solve them. Make sure you attend Snap Bootcamps 10 to 11 p.m. We will be having Mustafa sir, Megha ma'am, Monica ma'am take these topics only for all of you guys in the next coming 10 days, where we will put maximum focus on grammar based questions, your critical reasoning, which is assumption, course of action, cause and effect based questions, because there was maximum questions coming in the paper regarding this particular section. Okay? Yes, lexicographic, like I mentioned, was one of the key buzzwords in the LR section. There were 2 to 3 questions based on that particular word ka jo puzzle type set diya hua tha, right? So that's something which is there. Overall, yes, the paper was easier than the previous 2 years if you have prepared, if you have practiced, and you have done a good job of taking your mock tests and analyzing. Arranging the words lexicographically, Omkar, very good. That's brilliant. That's a new type of question which came in slot 2. They were not there in slot 1. Okay, students who are not a part of the snap course, you guys can check out the mocks, and I will share this once again with you all. Make sure you give these particular mocks, that is 4, 6, 10, 11, 13, 17 and 19. Give one mock every day, spend 1 hour analyzing it and making sure you understand them. Then we will talk to Snap Maximizers. Attend the Snap Bootcamp 10 to 11 p.m. sessions. Tonight we will be having a session with Rahul sir at 11:30 p.m. where we talk about the slot 1 versus slot 2 for today. Some of the students are saying कि slot 1 आज का easier था than the slot 2. So we'll do a deep dive analysis for the same at 11:30 p.m. and we talk more about quick action item for the next 10 days for you who are writing exams on 17th December and on 22nd December. Okay? I hope this quick analysis was helpful for all of you guys. Do drop in the comment section if there was some particular topics, some particular questions which you felt that this is definitely what you have studied before and it could be relevant to the previous snap books or mocks. It will be helpful for all the other students who are a part of the CATKing family. Alright? Stay tuned to the channel guys for all the updates, and make sure you guys don't miss any YouTube live sessions for sure. Cutoffs we will discuss in tonight's session. It's too early to say about the cutoffs. We'll do a deep dive analysis of slot 1 versus slot 2, and then we will talk about the different cutoffs which is there. Overall, if a quick one-line summary I have to give you guys, easy to moderate paper. कैट के बाद जितने दुखी थे कि कैट में अच्छे स्कोर्स नहीं आए, स्नैप के बाद आप उतने खुशी से बाहर आने चाहिए फ्रॉम द एग्जाम सेंटर्स, एंड लेट्स मेक श्योर यू आर गिविंग योर सेकंड एंड द थर्ड अटेम्प्ट्स. Let's maximize our scores because the best score will be considered. In snap they do not have normalization, so make sure you take each attempt as an independent exam and maximize your scores in each and every attempt. All right, thank you so much, all the best, take care.